Hello, I am Pam, and this is my channel, Made by Pam. Today is Friday, August 18th, 2023. This is hashtag Friday Sews. So did I really get much sewn this week? Yes and no. I did finish this, my black and white checkered shorts and pants, and I added a black pocket where the inside is a checkered, and then the back has just the regular pockets and then the black straps. And this one I did a little bit different. I ended up adding the buttons on the inside and did the buttonhole on the strap. I think that worked out pretty good. So yeah, I have that. That's pretty much what I got done this week. Finished anyways. I did work a little bit on pants that I was working on. I have straps. I have the straps almost finished. These ones have the top stitching. These ones do not have the top stitching done, because I just haven't made it back down here to finish any of it. You know, kids went back to school this week, and so I think Tuesday, was it Tuesday? I think on Tuesday I actually came down and finished those pants. It was either Tuesday or Monday. And then my husband left to go back to work on Wednesday morning. And then just been taking kids to school and picking them up. And they had short days all week, so there wasn't like a whole lot of time to finagle and come in and craft. And then, let's see, today I went outside and I cleaned up the front yard. I had quite a mess. So my bonus daughter finally moved out. I had told her at the beginning of the month that she needed to find a new place to live. Beginning of the month, end of last month. And she finally found a new place, and she moved out yesterday. And she took her dog with her. And so then this morning I went out and I cleaned up the front yard. Got all the dog crap and just garbage that the dog likes to chew on. I'll take things and tear it up. It's awful. And I could have cleaned it up sooner, but I had to find the time, and today was that day. And so after I got that all cleaned up, I came back inside and I started some laundry, swept the floor, and decided to get the mop and, well, get the bucket and the scrub brush and cloths. They have a scrub brush up there that I like to dip in the water and scrub the floor, because we have a concrete floor that's painted. And so I scrubbed the floor, and I got part of it done, not all of it. Still got more to go, but that'll probably get done next week, because I want to do it when the kids are at school. It'd be a pain to do it when they're home. And I cleaned up downstairs too and got the dog kennel out of there that we use for the puppy, and got the other stuff cleaned up, because the mama dog, it doesn't have to go in a kennel anymore. It's old enough to know better. So we did that. Got kids from school, came home, and sat down to relax for a couple minutes. Then my daughter comes in. Mom, I was just looking at stuff, and we need to go buy some onesies so that she'll have something to wear when she's born. I'm like, can't we just do it next week? She's like, no, I need to do it now. Like, fine. So I took my daughter to Kid to Kid. It's like a clothing exchange, like consignment store type thing. And she got a couple of onesies. Well, let's say 10 onesies. Yeah. And then we went up to the thrift store because there was a pack of like t-shirts, like short sleeve, like button, like had the buttons right on the side, little t-shirts that the baby could wear. So we went and picked up those, but also you have to do some thrifting while you're there. And so I found too much stuff. So I did find some books and some craft supplies. I found a package, well, a bag of colored pencils that had quite a few Prismacolor pencils in there. So I was getting it, but I made the mistake of letting my daughter look at it. And of course she wanted some of them. Well, she actually wanted the whole thing, but I said, no, I gotta look through it first, and then I'll decide what you get. And, you know, some of those things, she's like, but Mom, you have so many Prismacolors because you find them all the time. I don't have any yet. And I'm like, so? I'm the one that paid for it. So, yeah, that's the way it goes with her. And found coloring books. Found her some reading books. Yeah, and some paint for her. And, let's see. What else? That's pretty much all. Well, so we came home, put stuff away. Well, I left it in the vehicle for a while to do some other stuff. Well, because I went to McDonald's and got kids' food to eat. And I ate my food, and she calls bugging me, Mom, when are we going to go out and should I go out and get that stuff? So I go out there right as she had gotten everything loaded and was carrying it in, struggling. I'm like, Brianna, seriously? Don't you know you're not supposed to be picking up that stuff? I told you I would come out and get it. And here I am, and you're, not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, she was carrying this bag that had almost everything packed into it. And that was well over 15 pounds. She's 8.5 months pregnant, and she has a limited weight. She has a weight limit that she can lift. And that was over 15 pounds, maybe. I'm not sure how much it was. I just know it was pretty heavy, and that she should not have been lifting it. But at least she only got it a couple feet from the van to the back door. And so I scolded her, and I took it from her and took it and sorted it out. But, kids, what can I say? Alright, well, not much else. Things are going okay. Kids go to full-time next week. So maybe I'll be able to get on more and do some live videos and sewing stuff. And just kind of interact with my friends. I've been kind of missing in action, and I didn't do a Friday Sews last week. But my husband was in town, and I just couldn't find the time to come down and do a video and just everything. Well, okay. So, I was a little bit frazzled on Friday. Yeah. Okay. So, I'll tell you what I did on Friday last week. So, we was going to dinner because my son was in town. He was getting ready, he was going to leave like that Sunday, and or was it Saturday? I think it was a Sunday that he was leaving. And so we went out to dinner on that Friday. Or, well, it was kind of like a lunch, but it was kind of close. It was like 3 o'clock, okay? So I'm driving, and I get off the freeway, and then I'm getting to the main road. And for some reason, I totally spaced that it was a red light. Yeah. I start going right through. And then it finally dawns on me that the light is red. Alright, I keep getting interrupted. So I totally spaced that this light is red. And I'm going right through it. And I finally look up and realize that it's red. And so I'm seeing cars go. Luckily it just turned because not too many cars had, they weren't full speed. It just turned red. Like the other light had just turned green. And so I'm like stop and go in the middle of like the intersection. You know how frightening that is with your whole like family? Like everybody in there, like all my kids except for my son and his wife and his son. So I had like 5 of my kids in there. I had my bonus daughter, and I had my daughter's boyfriend in there, and I had my husband. Yeah, tell me about it. Kind of nerve-wracking. I'm like, what the heck did I just do? My daughter suggested, well, maybe you should let Dad drive home. I'm like, yep, you're right. So as soon as I got out of the van and parked it, because it was, I handed him the key. I'm like, here you go. And I let him drive home, and I didn't drive the rest of the night. I was like, nope, I'm not driving anywhere. So yeah, that was just a little nerve-wracking, but lucky enough. So, thank my lucky stars that nobody hit us. There was no accidents. Yeah. Crazy, crazy. Yeah. I ran a red light. Nobody's perfect. But hey, it sure does wake you up and tell you to pay closer attention. And what else did I do this week? Well, besides running red lights, I have gotten a couple more rows of the blanket completed. Here's a picture that I just took a couple minutes ago on my bed, just because. And here's a closer up picture of that. And the picture from last week, I did take a picture, and then I didn't do a video. So this is what I did last week. You can kind of see a little bit. So I have a little bit more done on that end. But yeah. Alright. Well, thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay creative, and until next time, bye now.